welcome back. My name is Kira Selena, also known as Nurse Key, and in today's video we are going to be talking about all the things that you can expect when moving out, especially if you're moving to a new city. If you're interested, stay tuned. So for those of you who have not watched my other moving videos, they will be down in the description. I have a good selection of moving videos with apartment tours, come shopping with me for my apartment videos, as well as some preparation tips for those of you who want to move so that you guys can move out the right way. But yeah, for those of you who were unaware, I did recently move to a completely new city. I am originally from Montreal, Canada, and I recently moved to the capital. So I'm now in Ottawa, which is 2 hours away from Montreal. And I did learn quite a few things now that I've been away from home for a little while. And those are the things that I want to share with you guys so that you guys can know exactly what to expect when you move out. Now let's officially get into the video. So the very first thing that you can expect, and this is completely normal, but you can expect to feel doubt, fear, and anxiety a couple days before your actual move-in date. And you will see that your excitement will turn to anxiety at a certain point, because I remember when there was about 2 weeks left before my move-in date. That was still a good amount of time, right? And I'm just looking at the people that I lived with that were just annoying the hell out of me, just thinking to myself, I can't wait to get the hell up out of here. And I was so excited for my move. I was, shopping for all this furniture, doing all these things online, just so excited. And then once I was about a week away from my moving date, and then that week started, turning into a couple, days, I really started to feel fear. I really started to feel doubt. I started to question myself. I started questioning whether or not I can actually do it, if I did my calculations right, if I'm actually going to be able to, comfortably live without suffering. Am I going to end up coming back home, having to do the walk of shame and go back home? All these questions started coming through to my mind to the point where I literally just wanted to completely give it up and just say, fuck it, I'm staying, I'm not going, just forget about it all. But I'm telling you, after the first night that you spend in your apartment, you are not going to feel that way anymore, right? And it's okay to feel uncomfortable. It's okay to feel fear. It's actually normal because you're stepping into unfamiliar water, a new environment, and a new apartment. And we know that apartments and homes come with a bunch of responsibility. And when you are living at your parents' house, you're not used to that. But trust me, you are going to adapt a lot quicker than you think. You're going to be completely fine. And I'm telling you, that feeling will definitely subside after the first night that you spend in your apartment. So just know that, you can definitely expect that, but just push through, right? Because if you chicken out every time you are about to jump into an opportunity that could potentially be life-changing for you, you're not going to go far in life, right? We have to take risks. We got to get comfortable being uncomfortable, right? Because that is how you grow. That is how you move forward in life, right? So you're going to be fine. All you got to do is get there and then just ride the wave and everything will go smoothly. Trust me. So the next thing you can definitely expect when you move out is to spend more money than you think you're going to spend. And this is just because things are literally always happening. Like the other day, I got a $325 ticket in the mail. $325. I didn't expect for that to come, but these are just things that happen, right? Your tire can pop. Now you need to get a new tire, or something happens with your battery. You need to get a new battery, or you might go out with your girls and spend a little bit more money than you intended on spending. So when you're calculating your spending costs, including your money for just going out and having a good time, add an extra $100 to $250 to that monthly, and then with whatever you have left is going to be a more realistic amount, because once again, things are always happening. And it might not necessarily be every month, but maybe every other month you're going to end up spending a little bit more money than you think or that you planned on spending. I hope that makes sense. The next thing that you guys can definitely expect when you move out, especially if you're moving to a new city where you don't know anyone, you can definitely expect to feel hella lonely. I remember in the beginning, I never wanted to come back home. I never wanted to come home because I literally just felt like it was too quiet. There was no one around. In my house that I grew up in, we were always 4 people minimum. There was always a bunch of people around. There was always the dog. There was always someone or something, some kind of presence around me, right? But going from that and transitioning to now I'm in a city, I don't know anybody. I'm literally in the middle of the freaking woods. It's literally all trees around me and there's nobody here. I literally used to feel so lonely to the point where I was always in the city. Like I was always in the city. Like after work, I would go to the city. Yes, I was also going to the city because I was trying to learn my environment and get used to my new environment. But it was like a big part of it was the fact that I didn't really want to go home because there was nobody there. I was coming home to literally no one. And that just felt so lonely and sad to me. Like it felt so lonely and sad. But I found the power in my solitude. Instead of thinking of it as like, oh, there's nobody, there's nobody there, or, nobody's answering the phone, so I'm gonna go outside because I just don't want to be alone in here. I use that loneliness, I use that quietness as time to think, as time to be creative, to think of new YouTube ideas, to go online and try to start new businesses, try to learn things, right? I use that time productively. I actually use this to my advantage, and you would be surprised to see the power of solitude and the places solitude can take you to. So don't worry about it. It's gonna feel lonely in the beginning, but once you get used to it, once you get used to your area, once you get used to your new home, you're actually going to feel a lot more comfortable. Now, after work, I'm not going nowhere. Like I'm 140 on the highway, I am speeding, and this is kilometers, okay, because I'm Canadian. So for all of my Americans, don't come for me, okay? Kilometers. But I'm literally on the highway, like, I'm gone, like I'm coming home, and I just can't wait to come home, cook myself a meal, play my jazz music, sit down, I talk to my best friend, I talk to my family, I create YouTube videos, and now I actually enjoy my space. So definitely expect that. But it's okay, you will get used to it. The next thing you can expect when you move out is to feel a bit of a culture shock, even if you're just moving to another state and you're still in the United States, even if you're moving to a new province and you're still in Canada. Everywhere is a little bit different. I come from Montreal. Montreal is very multicultural, it is very diverse, and it is very bilingual. Everybody speaks English and French. Even if somebody is more comfortable in one language, they know how to speak a little bit of the other language. So we all know how to communicate with each other in both languages. Some people are ignorant and they just don't want to, but they know how. So it's never really been a weird thing for me to speak English to someone, right? My mother tongue is English, so when I speak to people outside, I just naturally speak to them in English, and they just respond to me in English, and that is perfectly fine. However, now that I'm in the Gatineau, Ottawa area, more in the Gatineau area, because that's actually where I live. The people here are very French. Like they do not speak English at all. So that was a little bit different for me, even though I'm fluent in English, in French. That was a little bit different for me, just constantly having to communicate with people in French when I'm so used to communicating with everybody in English. Another thing that's different is that Montreal is a huge city. It's a huge city. It's the second largest city in Canada. So going from Montreal, where things are always fast paced, there's always traffic, it's the construction, it's the thousands of people you're seeing, it's the train, it's the rush hour, that city life, right? If you're from the States, think New York, think Chicago, think, any like major city, that's kind of the same vibe you get in Montreal. And now I'm still technically in the same province, just in a different part of that province, and it's country life. It is literally trees around here. When I miss the country life and I feel like, okay, I need a little bit of traffic, I need a little bit of noise, and I need to see some skyscrapers right now because I'm a city girl and that's what I'm used to. I go over to Ottawa, which is like 15-20 minutes away from my house. But here in Gatineau, in the part that I live in, it is so quiet. I have not been stuck in traffic ever. No, I've been stuck in traffic once, and that was because there was a car accident. I have not been in traffic since I've been here, not at 3, not at 4, not at 6, not at no time. So it is really different going from that like super fast paced city life to like complete silence, So you might feel a little bit of a culture shock. It might take you, I guess it's a culture shock. Yeah, it is a culture shock. So you can expect to feel a bit of a shock, right? When you change environments, but you're gonna get used to it. It's gonna be completely fine, and you're going to be able to, easily adapt. Just give yourself some time to get used to it. Right, so those are just some of the things that you can expect when you move out. I really hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and let me know down in the comments. Also share this video if you know anybody who is soon moving out. And if you guys want to see future content like this and you are not yet subscribed, please don't forget to do so, as well as turn on your notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I post future content. I really hope to see you all in my next one. Bye.